All right, I want to make sure it's even working. Is that Super Nintendo? It is. Okay, that's good. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure my Twitch stream is on. If it's working, we're if it's working, we're golden. Okay, look at that. That's kind of weird to stream because it's been so long since I've been at like my house. Oh, by the way, hello everybody. Hopefully, hopefully it actually captures. Oh, look at that, it did. It actually works. Okay, so my practice file has some gameplay. Because, I was remembering where the hell I have to go in this game. So I think on stream last time, I just got all the pendants, right? Make sure I'm not tripping, right? Yeah. Did I not get it? I guess I didn't get the pendant. I swear I did. Well, I'll go get it. Hey, View, what's up? I fucking swore I got the pendant. Dude, what? Did I get the moon pearl? No, I don't. I don't even have the magic mirror. Maybe I didn't save. Oh well. Got the flippers? Yeah, I do. Alright. Cool. I don't even remember what heart pieces I'm missing or any of that, but we're gonna play. Oh yeah, since you got COVID, I do not have it. I am so lucky. But I'm like extremely vaccinated, and I also made sure to have a mask. But you can't fucking run with the old man. He can't run fast enough. Yeah, I imagine your symptoms are pretty minor, View, because of the, Because you got vaccinated, your symptoms are probably really, really, really minor. Yeah, I got my 4th booster. I had to get a booster last year because of Frosty's, actually. Ow. Alright, there's stuff we can do on the mountain. But yeah, Frosty's. How do I talk about it? It was really good. I don't even know where to start, to be quite honest, because a lot happened. I guess I could, like... Congrats on my showing. Thank you! The first time Shatter? I don't know. It isn't. I guess you've been here before. Hi. Sometimes I lose track of name. You for showing off Cliff? Yeah, it was great. I had a really, really good time. Oh, what the hell? Give me a minute. Yeah, no, funny enough, my exhaustion didn't, like, set in until the day after. Which is really weird to say, but, like, Monday night when I got home, I was still kind of amped up. Despite being tired all day. Maybe it's because I rested on the plane. But when I woke up on Tuesday, I was like, oh, man. I'm tired. Like, I was just dead. Couldn't handle it. I mean, can you blame me? It was really, really action-packed weekend for me. I definitely will never forget that weekend, though. Where the hell do I start? To talk about. The plane ride was good. I guess I'll start with the flights there. There were a few people that had trouble with their flights on their way there. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me think about it. Yeah, my good friend Crispy Monkey, who went with me, because we were on the same transferring flight. Because the way it works was I booked my flight, and then I had a connecting flight to get into Chicago. And on that connecting flight, is where I met up with Crispy Monkey, and we basically went to the venue together with my roommate. But the flight before that, my first one in my city, went pretty fine. They had to, like, ice off the plane wings because it was really cold. But there were no issues with icing the wings, which was good. But my friend Monkey's first flight, it took them like an hour, apparently, to actually fly the plane. So his flight was really late. And mine was still kind of cutting it close, because I was like, hey, am I going to make my transfer? Because, like, I'm on this flight. And, it would appear that, the minute I land, my flight's supposed to be boarding, which had me pretty nervous. But they ended up flying out a little later, my second flight. Which I guess I should have figured, because, like, why would an airplane, like, deliberately take off without a bunch of its passengers, considering I was on a connecting flight? But I was pretty worried. Because, again, the last time when I flew to Frosty's, I didn't have nearly this same issue. I did have issues on the flight, but I didn't have this issue, where I was, like, landing really late. Last year's flight issue was they had to change the damn plane, which delayed the flight by, like, an hour. But that was different. I boarded on time for that one. But it didn't really matter. Hey, Jade. Oh, don't. We'll talk about that later. That's a developing story. Because I still haven't tagged the Event Hub's Twitter account to tell them to fix that yet. Which I probably should. You know, they can't fix it if they don't know. Motherfucker. Oh, I'm getting trolled. Leave it? No, listen. I would leave it if I had, like, other results. This is, like, my only top 8 result in this game at, like, a big major. I would like people to know that with me. Funny as it is. I'm getting owned right now. But yeah, despite that, the second flight went fine. At the beginning, anyways. We all got on, like, Monkey and I got on. It was a little late. We had a little conversation in the airport, then we boarded. And, what happened next was really funny. We're on the plane, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, we flew out late, but I'm seeing the seatbelt icon coming back on because we're about to enter, like, landing, right? Means we're descending. And it was only about 5 minutes late from our original arrival time, despite, like, the layover delay. So I was like, hey, this is pretty good. Not bad, right? You know, we're gonna make pretty good time. And then, the seatbelt icon is on. And we're just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, we're landing soon, that's exciting. And then I hear the pilot over the PA system. And, he says, you may have noticed we've been flying around Chicago for about 20 minutes now. Apparently the fog was so bad that they actually could not land the plane. So we actually flew in the air doing circles around the Chicago airport for about, I want to say half an hour at least. Because again, like, the fog was just so bad. And when we landed, it was actually that bad. I thought maybe this is like some kind of exaggeration, right? Surely it can't be. But we got down. It was really bad. Like, I couldn't see anything. It looked fucking horrifying. And I'm guessing it was just because the weather had like a bunch of huge changes right before we got there. From what I could tell from anybody local to the area, what happened was that it got like really cold and then really hot and then really cold again. And it just like created a huge amount of fog. I mean, the weather was fine when I was there. The weather there wasn't the issue, but I think it just, like, ended up changing a lot. Which caused the fog to roll in, and it made, like, flying in kind of weird. And mind you, I got the notification from Porter that, like, hey, this fog might mess up your flight. I flew to Midway. Like, I got that notification, and my departure times hadn't changed until that second flight. So I thought, well, it might not be an issue. And then it happened. And then, so Jade, who's in the chat right now, she was at the airport there to pick us up, right? And the minor issue was that she was under the impression we were getting there at 10:30. But I only found out we weren't when we were up in the sky in the plane. I had no signal, so I couldn't even tell her. Which I felt really bad, because she was like, where the hell were you? And I'm like, oh yeah, our plane? We literally flew over Chicago for an extra half an hour. So she ended up just like waiting at the airport for 30 minutes. Which, that was pretty funny, but like, really unfortunate. Like, I won't lie. When it was all said and done, nobody was, like, freaking out. But while it was happening, I was like, oh god. I hope she's not, like, sitting there waiting. Oh yeah, I made sure to get a cell phone plan that had, like, international for that reason. So that way, like, the minute I touched down, I could tell you what the hell happened. Or, like, at the very least, text you and tell you we landed. Which I think was a pretty good plan. It worked out. But you were there already. You found us. After we told you we landed. And so that was the plane. Pretty funny. But we get there at the event. And everything's pretty good. I want to say nothing really exciting happened otherwise on Thursday. Until the evening. I played a bunch of casuals at the setups. Hung out with people, met everybody, got a bunch of signatures for my signature thing. And then I ran into other people at the casual setups and played on Thursday night. But again, Thursday was just like the preamble to the event. Like, really, not much was going on Thursday. Besides, like, the pre-stuff, like the pre-game stuff. But Thursday night was fun, because that was when I played my first set with Kadako, actually. So for those who know, we'll talk about the bracket on Friday, because that's like, oh shit. That's like a day later. But Thursday night, at like 10 p.m., I was hanging out in the casuals room and I saw Kadako. My friend Nova was like, hey, oh look, Kadako's over there. And I'm like, oh, cool. And he was just kind of walking around the setups and eyeballing. And I think he was getting ready to practice. Like, just start, like, get used to the setups and stuff for bracket. So I'm like, oh man, this is a good opportunity. So I, like, sat there and I watched and I waited for a minute. And Thursday, all day I was in the shark onesie. I should point out. So I was really hot that whole day, because I got to the hotel and I put on the shark onesie immediately. And unlike last year, I didn't take it off until I went to bed. Like, that onesie only came off when I went to sleep. So Kadako was there, like, practicing at the setups, right? And I can only imagine what his thoughts were when this guy, who he doesn't know, because I don't know if he recognized it was me from last year, because we had played last year at Frosty's in, like, a charity event and in casuals. So I just sit down next to him, fully decked out in a shark onesie, and I plug my stick in. And I'm like, alright, let's run it. And we played for about half an hour to an hour, I want to say. And I think I won most of the games. I'm fairly certain the most he won in a row was about 2 or 3? 2 is the more likely number. And I was like, cool. That was great. I think at one point I had like a 5 or 6 game win streak. Something like that. I might be thinking of last year, but I know I did pretty good. A lot of my effective battle strategies that I crafted in my head ended up working really well in a practical match environment. That was pretty cool. And after that, I went to bed. I'm trying to remember what the fuck else happened Thursday night, or what happened Thursday. I don't think anything. Like, I actually don't think anything happened besides that. Oh, Word Badur? I fuck with that. I mean, it happens, Jade. You did mention that you had not played a lot before Frosty's, so I think the amount of games you got at Frosty's definitely helped, like, de-rust you, right? Because you had mentioned that to me when we were there. So you finally actually have the time to, like, play constantly again, or at least play more consistently. And now that you're not, like, 3D printing a bunch of things, you're actually able to, like, there to drop loot, yeah. That's real, to be honest. I fuck with that energy a lot. And the community loves it, too. The community absolutely loves it. Oh yeah, I can't wait for your next year plan. I'm really excited. But, so that was my Thursday night. I just knocked Kadako around, had a little bit of fun. God bless Kadako, by the way. Cool guy. I truly wish that I had talked to him more. I think Thursday night I also got him to sign the signature book. Or it might have been Friday night. Or sometime during Friday. I think it was sometime during pools on Friday. But I was like, well, I've got a 10 a.m. pool, so I better go to bed kind of early. So I did well against Kadako, hung out with a friend that was also at the venue. And then what I did was, I was like, okay, that's good enough. And I went to bed. I woke up ready for my pool. Honestly, yeah, BG, that's why I'm fucking excited. The fact that Hibachi was like, bet. Right after I made that tweet, I was like, oh my god. Did Cliff merch even fucking exist in the artist alley before that? That's the actual reason I got 4th. The more I think about it, before last year, I mean this year, because there wasn't anything Cliff related last year either down Artist Alley. There wasn't. That was the thing, Jade. I made a tweet like, hey, I think next year we need some Cliff stuff. And then Hibachi, who runs, he does Saigados, which they have like really awesome keychains, posters, art. He was like, oh yeah, word, bet. Because he follows me. And this is after my top 4 run. But I digress. I'm losing my plot here. So I go to bed Thursday night, right? And I'm like, alright, let's wake up for my pools. And so I wake up and I go to my pool and I'm ready to play. And I'm looking at my pool and I'm like, man, I'm terrified. Because the two people in my pool that I were really, really, really worried about, that's actually three. Clarice, the robo player, I think she's really good. I was really, really worried about Isaac J, because he's really good. And I was really worried about MKB. And the one that I ended up playing in my pool was MKB at the end of my pool. And I went through all of my pools and swept it 2-0. But my entire mentality running up to that bracket, I think I got to play with Isaac after. But I didn't play with him in bracket. But my mentality during that entire event, people called me really, really humble, and they said that I kind of underestimated myself, but I think that mindset got me far in this bracket. But I kind of went in assuming I could lose at any point. Because I really do think that North America Plus R is just, on average, really good at the game. Especially if they're entering at Frosties. Anybody that entered there, I guarantee you has at least like 200, 300 hours in the game. And to me, that means that I can't really sleep on anybody. So I kind of went into every match expecting, yeah, I might lose. It's a very real possibility, because everybody here is playing really well. Like, it's not like walking into QM and like fighting somebody you don't know. It's a very, very, very different, it was a very, very different bracket environment. And I went in with that mindset because I didn't want to, you know, get overconfident and then just like fuck up and lose. But I went on my pool, I beat everybody 2-0, and then the TO was like, alright, great. Come back at 6 o'clock for top 48, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a long time. My choice there was either I'm gonna play a lot during the day, or I'm gonna go hang out, and then come back and start playing again. And I chose the latter. The reason I chose the latter is because I didn't want to play a lot and then burn my brain out. But even when I play casuals with Cliff, and I play on QM, or like I like randomly do stuff, I tend to focus a lot and like think about my decisions and match a lot. Even when I'm doing like the autopilot basic stuff, I apply myself when I play. So I was like, I don't really want to wear out my brain by like playing casuals all day with like really strong players and then like fuck up my bracket run. So I decided I would just spend the day meeting people, getting more signatures for my signature project, and hanging out. And yeah, I went out for a smoothie with Caleb, aka Vulture, View, and Jade, which was fun. We got some pretty damn good smoothies. I got a really healthy one. I got a really green one. After that, it was top 48 time. And I was on my phone looking at the pool update in real time. And I was, as one could imagine, both excited and really nervous. Because I was looking at my bracket, and I'm like, oh god, who am I gonna fight right at the top 48? And it was KB Nova. Now, for those who don't know who KB Nova is, I'm almost certain he is the best Zappa in North America. I think that's a fairly safe hedge bet, right? Incredibly, incredibly talented player. Like really, really good. That was my first match in top 48. So I'm like, oh, that's... Whew. And so the thing is, I've actually played a lot with KB Nova before this bracket, like online. Whenever we run into each other, we play pretty long sets. Because, I'd find out why later. Because I had a fucking burning question for him. But we usually would play really long sets. Like, I would say, like, 30 to 40 to 50 game long sets, and we'd go pretty even. And so, I'm hanging out, like, looking for him at his pools. And I'm, like, talking to Native, right? Native's this really cool guy. And I'm like, hey, man, do you know what KB Nova looks like? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do you know where he is? And he's like, yeah, you gotta look for, like, an Asian guy with, like, slick back hair. And I had been looking for him, like, all day that day. Like, I had been just, like, straight up, like, trying to find KB Nova. Trying to identify him based on his gameplay and on, like, what I'm seeing on the screen. And so right after Native tells me to look for, like somebody with that description, I turn 180 degrees right behind me, and I see an Asian guy with slick back hair. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's KB Nova, right? Like, he's just right behind me. And I go say hi. I'm like, hey, are you KB Nova? And he's like, yeah. And then I tell him who I am, and he goes, oh my god! And he talks about how, like, apparently, he didn't really play with many Cliff players, besides, like, Hano, I guess, before me. And he said that our long sets taught him a lot about the matchup, because I guess there was not many others before me in Hano. And, like, Hano, I don't think is online a lot when KB Nova's actually playing online. Just because Hano is usually in, like, West Coast time zones, because he's in NorCal. And KB Nova's up pretty late at, like, I don't know what time zone he's in, but I know it's not the same as Hano. But he's telling me that, like, he's like, oh yeah, what you do with Cliff is, like, really, really cool. And I'm like, oh my god. Thank you. But also, like, I'm terrified of the fight you bracket. But anyways, so we have a cool talk. He tells me all this really flattering stuff. Honestly, if he ever sees this VOD, KB Nova, you're the GOAT. You're such a nice guy. I appreciate all the kind words over the weekend. It means a lot. I could not have imagined that ever happening, so thank you. But we play in bracket, and the first game he washes me, and I'm like, oh shit. All right, gotta turn it on. And I was playing pretty good. We were both one round apiece in game 2, and I get a really crucial throw in the corner. And if people ever want me to do, like, the VOD review, you'll see me show off what the hell I did wrong there. Because I made a combo routing error. I made a big mistake. I could have made it at least a 1-2. Because there was a pretty good chance he still would have beat me in that set. But at the very least, it would not have been 2-0. But what happened is, I landed a throw on him, right? I had, like, 75 meter. And he was in the corner. And I did 2S, 236S FRC, and went for the chop. Now, this is pretty lenient on basically every character in the game, except Zappa. And crucially, it still works on Zappa. You have to dash a little further, though. You have to let it go a little longer, and then you do it. Because you have more than enough time with the ground slide. And I didn't do that, and it whiffed, and then I lost. It's like, oh damn. But again, it didn't get me down too much. Because KB Nova, like, right after that, just said, you're an incredible player, and I'm sorry that happened and all that. And I'm like, yeah, it's all good, man, thank you. So we shake hands, we hug it out. I'm like, yeah, that's tough. And I look at my losers bracket run, and who do I see in losers but my good friend Noah, the Venom player, who he went by Summer Breeze. He goes by in brackets. For those who don't know Noah, he is incredibly talented. Seriously amazing player. Like, honest to God, one of the best Venoms in America. Maybe the best active one? I don't know if Hirsch or Blacksnake play a lot. But as far as Venoms that I know still play quite a bit in NA plus R, Summer Breeze, aka Noah, is fucking incredible. Like, amazing, amazing player. And he looks at me while we're waiting for our match, and he goes, let's put on a show. Because I assumed that he had a feeling that we'd be on stream, and he was right, because we were. But if anybody was watching that top 8 stream, the entire reason we had that, like, we both, like, joined hands and bowed together is because I was like, hey, you know what we should do after the set, no matter who wins? We should do that, because it'd be really funny. And it would make the crowd pretty happy. They get a good laugh out of it. So we planned that, and, you know, I won the set. I think it was 2-0, I don't recall. And I was like, alright, it's time. I look at him, we hug, I tell him, hey man, you're incredible. While we hugged, I told him, you're just fantastic. That was an amazing set. And we sit up and we do our little conjoined hand bow. But I'll have you know that that was planned well in advance to that set. It was not a spur-of-the-moment thing. We wanted to pop off, because, you know, we know each other in the scene for quite a while. The rest of my losers bracket was pretty standard. I ran through, I think it was... Who was after him? I think it was G-Dom. It was G-Dom in the Cliff Mirror. Now, I had expected digital watches, but G-Dom actually beat watches in bracket. So he was like, it's you and me. So I got to play the Cliff Mirror in my, my losers run. 2-0, but G-Dom is really good. His neutral is incredibly good. His combos really need work, though. And I've been telling him this for a while. Because, you know, I mentor a lot of Cliff players and give a lot of Cliff players general matchup advice and like, knowledge when they ask. And G-Dom's one of them, and I'm like, hey, man, listen, the only thing you really gotta do is like, work on those conversions. Because your neutral is incredible. Your awareness, your anti-airs, your general, like, sense of where your opponent's gonna be in their rhythm is really good. But your combos make it not as threatening as it could be. But I beat G-Dom in the mirror. Pretty close set, though. Even if it looked like a pretty lopsided one. And now, at this point, I look at my losers bracket and I go, yep, that's Kadako. Right before my top 8, right? Because Jacob Pat had beaten Kadako in that tournament. I had seen it happen on the big stage, and I was like, oh shit, let's go Jacob Pat. And so I breathe and I go, alright, this is the set I wanted. So for those who don't know, last year I made myself an important promise. After I did well against Kadako and all of those side events, I told myself, one, I'm going to study this and see how I could have played better against him and conduct a more... and try to have a more, like, consistent battle plan and improve my like, fundamental understanding of how he's playing and what I should do. And two, I want to beat him in bracket. Those are the two things that I wanted. And so here I am, at the very, 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 very entrance of top 8, with the only thing in my way being Kadako. And I'm sitting there like, alright, this is it, right? This is make or break. Is this gonna be a stream match? I thought in my head. And I realized, yeah, there's no way they're gonna pass up Kadako on stream, right? It's fucking Kadako, right? You gotta stream Kadako's matches. Hell, if you go look at that top 48 VOD on YouTube right now, Kadako is, like, quite literally in the title of that. Like, on the player list. Which I think is really funny, given what happened, but, you know, we'll get there. But, okay. So in my head, I'm like, I gotta do this, right? This is important. It's gonna be on stream. I have to. I have to do it, because I know it's gonna be on the stage. I know it's gonna be a stream game. I gotta win. I get up on stage, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm really nervous. I know I probably didn't look really nervous when I went up there. Because my general methodology when I'm playing, right, is that I stop vibrating completely. Like, I stop shaking while I'm playing. But the minute I stop, I'm like fucking jello. And we'll get to that. But I get up there, and I start playing, and game 1 goes kind of okay, but I lose. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. I'm thinking to myself, like, is this like a repeat of what happened with KB Nova? I'm like, no, I gotta clean it up for game 2. My entire game plan that set was, I noticed Kadako was, like, never using JS against me, ever. So I was like, I'm just gonna get under him, and just try to anti-air him. Because he's never gonna put JS on the table. I don't have to worry about him hitting my dash, because JH is gonna be, like, really fickle on May to hit that. And I'm either gonna cross under him and get, like, a cross-up, or I'm gonna just anti-air him. Kadako's the kind of player where your general way of actually hitting him is to just do, like, a button into a low. But that's May, his first instinct is always going to be in the air. Because the scariest shit about Kadako is that, like, he makes jumping look like walking, in that, like, it feels like it's way worse when he's in the air. Even though, like, you'd think it'd be more predictable. It feels so much worse when Kadako is in the air against you than when he's on the ground. So I figured to myself, he's gonna play to that, and he's gonna try to be in the air a lot. So I tried to play around that specifically. So game 2, I eke out a win. I'm like, alright, here we go. I figured it out. I beat him game 2. In game 3, I think I won the first round. And then that last round was just a complete, like, fucking slugfest. There, like, a lot of stuff happened. There was, like, a lot of, like, fumbled hits. There was a couple, misinputs from me, I think. A little bit of key drops, but nothing bad. At the very end, when he gold bursted, I gotta be, like, completely honest. I wasn't even trying to bait that. I was just doing, like, 5p for, like, pressure. I think it was, like, a 5p 2D buffer, and he just happened to gold burst, and I just completely evaded it. And I was like, oh, thank God. And right after he did that, I was like, alright, I'm gonna get him with the kick throw. Because I looked at his life, and he barely had any left. And his burst was gone. And I had no life, so I thought I'm gonna gamble on it. I'm gonna bet that he's not gonna react to this. Because the other time I did the IAD JKP with kick throw, it hit him. It's like, fuck it. I'm gonna try it. And it hit. And what happened after that was, I went to... This was maybe the funniest part. I fist bumped him and I went to, like, shake his hand, right? I was gonna, like, shake his hand, tell him GG's and everything. And before I could do any of that, and it looked like he was coming over to hug me too or something. Before any of that happened, I was immediately piled on by, like, 7 people. Like, I heard the crowd behind me that entire set, even through the noise-canceling headphones. But, like, before I could do anything else, like, do the proper, like, hey man, good stuff, there were, like, 7 Americans right behind me, popping the fuck off and just shouting. And I'm like, I turn around, I get up, and I'm, like, immediately thrust into a crowd of people that are all, like, just fucking losing their shit. You were one of them. It was you, there was a Chart Soul who came all the way in from Britain. There was... Jacob Pat came up, Krakan. I think, what happened was one person did it, and then, like, everybody else in the crowd was like, oh shit, wait, I'm allowed to do that, and then they just started and I couldn't even walk down the steps on the side, right? My buddy Andu, who was also in the crowd popping off, literally grabbed my hand and pulled me down into the crowd, and more people just kept coming. Like, I wish I was kidding when I told you this, but, like, even after I got, like, hugs and pop-offs from, like, everybody in the front row, it kept going. Like, I was walking around to just go back to where the other top 8 people were, and somebody just, like, randomly handed me a fucking GGX cliff guard. Like, I just got past that immediately after that Kadako set. And I was like, oh, okay. Long story short, I think, like, every American player in the venue, like, just fucking exploded when that happened. Everybody that was there at the time, which was insane. I was vibrating. I was, like, horrified. I'm not horrified, but, like, really excited and, like, shaky, right? Which I feel like is normal in that situation, because, again, this is the first time I've ever played in a big bracket. A lot of people don't know this, but, like, that was the first time I ever entered an offline tournament. I've never been to a local. I've never been to, like, a con tournament. This is my first tournament. Offline ever. So I was, like, completely shook at the idea of, like, playing on a stage. But I kept it together pretty well, I think. Yeah, no, I don't have a local. Like, I'm not even kidding. That was my first ever, like, offline tournament. Ever. So I was horrified on the stage. You might not have seen it, but if you were, like, around me when I got off, whenever I was, like, playing any match, Yeah, I was there, but that's what I mean. Like, I've never entered an offline bracket before Frosty this year. Like, I've been around for it. But I've never had to myself deal with like tournament pressure like that. That was like a brand new thing for me. Like, I'm impressed I managed to keep it together while I was playing. But like, again, if anybody like ever saw me after I got off one of the setups, one of the, like the stage setups and walked down, you'd know that I was like vibrating and like just really shaky. And this includes after the Kadako set, I was like my hand wouldn't stop moving. Yeah, like the minute whenever I'd sit down to play, completely fine. Like stone face, or not stone face, but like I was like, fine, right? Like I was laughing, having a good time, but like the minute I got up, I was like vibrating. Anybody that gave me a hug or like shook my hand, you'd feel it in that moment. You probably noticed I was like shaking. But yeah, I got like really emotional. I was so excited. To give you an idea of like how fucking big that Kadako crowd pop-off was, not only did I hear it through the noise-canceling headphones, I'm pretty sure it was so loud that the event staff noticed and interviewed me. If you go watch the Frosty Faustings Day 1 highlight reel, I'm in there. Because, like, right after I beat Kadako, I guess it just got so fucking loud that... I think I remember reading a comment that, like, the fucking microphones from the Blaze Blue stream picked it up. Like, apparently they heard the shouting from the Blaze Blue setups on the commentary mics over there. Like, it actually got picked up that far. And according to T-Spin, I gotta go get this tweet and put it up on the stream. What? No. He's real. He's so real for that. I fucking love Wu Cash, dude. But T-Spin, hold on. He's my goat. Yeah, okay, here's the tweet. I'm gonna pull it up on stream. This is just, like, so funny. Let me see. Here's the window capture for that. So, like, apparently, him and, like, anybody that was around him were, like, screaming and popping off so loud that, like, 3 Street Fighter players who had no idea what the fuck just happened just started popping off with it. So on top of, like, the Blaze Blue mics picking it up, apparently just random people that had no idea what the fuck Plus Star even was, or maybe the context of whatever happened, were just, like, freaking out. It was pretty crazy. That moment for me was like the bracket. I was just like, oh my god. Like, you have to understand, again, it's my first tournament. But despite, like, in my head thinking I'm gonna get Kadako's ass, my brain was also telling me I'm gonna bust her out. There's no way I'm making top 8. Right? Like, that's just, like, unrealistic. And I will say, I did have, like, a really big homie I'm like, the audio cut out? No, I'm good. I'm good. My brain cut out. I had a real ass homie though. Deft, who was also in the top 8 with me. We were talking about the bracket before we entered, and he said this, and honestly, thank you, Deft, for having such faith. It ended up being completely true. Uh, because Deft and I, we support each other a lot. In spite of everything, uh, even back when he played Johnny, I was like, "You're the GOAT." But I'm like, "Yeah, he's on Million now," and I'm like, "Yeah, he's doing really good for himself. Really good player." Uh, he said this. This is a leaked DM, but that ended up happening. So that was pretty cool. But I personally was like, I don't know. Like right after that DM, I was like, I really appreciate like the vote of confidence. Thank you for gassing me up. You're my homie, but I have no idea. Because again, I was super whatever about performing. I guess I didn't really have like I had top 8 as a goal in my head, but I didn't really over focus on it. I guess I was about to like break my heart if I didn't make it. I just thought to myself, if I put so much stake into it, I'm gonna just perform really bad and get in my own head, right? I'm gonna like lose a round and like fucking mauled harder than you've ever seen. Like sometimes you just lose rounds as Cliff. It doesn't happen often, but it can. And you're just like, yeah, you gotta take it on the chin and just move on. If you can't stay calm or at least mostly relaxed, you're just gonna die playing Cliff. But I thought if I put too much stake into this bracket, I'll like fuck up my performance. But I tried not to think about it too much. But after beating Kadako, I was like, oh shit, I'm in top 8. Which is a really, really crazy feeling. And I looked at the bracket again and I went, wait, where the hell's Kenji? Where's KB Nova? And I was like, did KB Nova somehow not make top 8? It turns out he didn't. I was really shocked. Like, let me point that out. There are 2 people that I thought I would see in that top 8. At least. That I thought were like a shoo-in for it. Native was one of them. And the other one was KB Nova. I mean, I would say Hano, but you didn't go. What's funny is the crowd pop-off was probably louder than the Nier concert ever got. But I'm sure it was a good concert. Really? I never really like super researched his tournament consistency, but I was like 100% certain. I was like completely confident KB Nova was going to be in that top 8. Like, he is just... KB Nova's like genuinely one of the most talented North American players. I don't know if he'd ever admit that, but I think his mental endurance and his stamina are just insane. I think they are without peer. Like, the way he can play for such a long time and not lose any consistency at all, to me is fucking baffling. I cannot believe he does that shit. Full transparency, it is incredible. Like, people are like, well, Zappa's a relaxing character, but like, not really. In that environment, you could maybe argue like, for maybe 4 or 5 hours, but like, he plays for like 6 or 7 or 8, or at the very least for like hundreds of games consecutively, which is just like completely fucking mental to me. Like, the fact that he can just keep playing blows my mind. completely fucking flattens my brain. I asked him about that on a different day, but to go back to the top 8 on Friday. I completely expected another situation like KB Nova in top 8. Dreamer went mostly May, but she counterpicked with Faust whenever she thought she needed to, and it didn't end up working as well as it could have. I'm not really a big counterpick truther in Plus-R, to be honest. I used to kind of understand what Wukash was doing, but I think even he doesn't play Anji much anymore in bracket. I think the returns are diminishing. Even if you like counterpick with an easy character, I don't think it works anymore. I agree. The game is so much about, like, micro-interactions and character knowledge that, like, you're never gonna, like, you need to be a character specialist. It's not even a matter of, like, matchups, it's just a matter of, like, the way the game works. Even if you were, like, trying to do it with Cliff, you would need to understand how his hitboxes interact with the other characters to not just die instantly because the other person's better than you. Exactly, Isaac. You're completely right. Vulture, I thought you were going full-time justice. Oh, we talked about this. No, you couldn't. I knew you couldn't undo the cliff in your system. But anyways, right. Where was I? Right. That's what happened with Dreamer. And I think after she said she's gonna grind a little bit more and maybe try to focus on playing one character. I don't remember. But anyways, I expected native in top 8, but pleasantly, as a great surprise, and I'm gonna put Vulture on I'm gonna put Vulture on blast here, but like not really. I'm just gonna let you all know that Caleb fucking cried because Izzy made top 8 playing like I think the best I've ever seen her play. If it wasn't the absolute best, it was like the closest I've ever seen to it. But like I don't know, I think she played like ridiculously good that weekend in bracket anywho. Because she was up against Native, which was super scary, and Caleb was like, T5, you gotta come and watch Izzy fight Native. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I gotta come support. My fucking brain was blown. He played that matchup, like, perfectly. And so instead of Native in top 8, there was my Cliff student, Izzy. 2 fucking Cliffs in top 8. So my first top 8 match is against Izzy. You may have noticed, in all of my other top 8 matches I put the headset on, Izzy and I sat there and we were like, you know what? We're gonna go without game audio, because, like, it's the fucking Cliff Mirror. This is dumb as shit. We need to laugh, and we're gonna hear each other laugh and pop off. And that's what we did. We went without headphones, no game audio, and we were just like having a fucking great time with the cliff mirror on the big stage. Because she was really excited. She was like, she didn't want to run into me in pools or an early bracket, but the minute it was like top 8, she was like, oh hell yeah, we get to do the cliff mirror on the big stage. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. You're actually so right. So there we are, playing the fucking cliff mirror on the big stage. Some of the tweets we got for that were pretty damn funny. The G Viper one was really good. I'll never forget that. Oh right! I kind of do feel bad for G Viper because I Gold Burst Arcade him in front of like a pretty large crowd at my pools. I think that's why they reported 3-0. Because he got Gold Burst Arcade. And like the entire crowd was like, whoa yeah! And I'm like, oh god, I don't have the heart to tell them this is like normal. It was really funny. I won't lie. It was very, very funny. But, yeah, we did the cliff mirror, which was great. And then I was up against... What the fuck? Whoa. This is a weird, But, then I was up against, Soup. And I was actually pretty nervous. Soup is a really good Dizzy. He was playing really good in that bracket. Soup was playing really good because he fucking knocked KB Nova out of the tournament. But no, wait, no, he knocked KB Nova into losers, sorry. Elvin knocked KB Nova out, but... Soup, like, went squarely through KB Nova. I was like, holy shit. Soup is cooking this event. Soup played really, really good. So I'm up against Soup, and it was a really good set. Pretty close, I think, all things considered, because he was playing really well. Something I noted, and I told this to him too, when we were playing, I said, you're using JS better than I've ever seen you use in this matchup. Like, I straight up told him that when we hugged after the set. I was like, dude, you played amazing. It's really good JS usage. Really, really, really nice guy, Soup, by the way. Incredible person. And then I played with Wukash and I busted out a little bit. I made a few small errors. If I go over the VODs, I'm gonna talk about what it was. Part of it is that a lot of what happened was that I fucked up my anti-airs. Most of the timing. Who was biking the whole time, yeah. I don't think I did. If he went to Anji, I never saw it. He was not about to pick Anji in the cliff. But he's talking to me on the way up, and it's like, yeah, it's time for me to get cliffed. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess. But what cost me in that set more than anything was that my anti-airs were too late. I don't know if that was the setups, because they didn't feel perfect this year, but they felt better than last year. Like, the Frosty setups in general, because I met Elvin Shadow on Thursday, and I talked to him about it. But having played on them, they felt a lot better than they did prior. They were definitely much improved over last year's, but they still weren't perfect. They were inconsistent across the board. There were some that were good and some that weren't. Some of them had screen sharing issues. The one on the main stage felt like it had a touch more latency. But, all things considered, they were better than last year's by a long shot. Like, Frosty's 2023, the setups were really, really rough, in my opinion. But they're working on it, right? The sound was the biggest issue. More than anything else, the audio was a fucking disaster. But, they are still working on it. It's a work in progress. They are working on an improvement for next year. Watches is working with them to get ShotoOS on a bunch of setups using Linux, which should actually improve the input latency and give people a lot more freedom of like PC setups and a lot less compatibility issues in general. Once the initial hurdle of getting it set up is done. I think overall it's better. Because the closer it feels to playing at home, the better it is, right? Because you don't want your offline tournaments to feel noticeably worse than playing it at home. Because then it's just like, why would I travel? Yeah, that's another godsend. You can restart it pretty easily. Again, I was talking with Watches about it earlier today. And I said, yeah, the big draw is that you just have more control. And you're not dealing with Windows shit. Which is a big enough deal that I think it's worth standardizing. You're not beholden to corporations at that point. Yeah, Barry, it's a little weird. But it was overall worse, but not by a lot. Like, I don't think it was by enough that it, like, terribly impacted the bracket results. Like, literally. At least, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think my play was affected. Can I attack this guy? There we go. Do I have a fairy? Yeah. Thank you, game. Oh, I got him. But yeah. That was a fairy! That's literally what they're called. Anyways, yeah, against Woocash, I made a lot of little small errors, and there was a burst punish I could have done way better. Because he bursted really high up when I burst baited it. Because I did, I stunned him, right? And I did 5k, and I was like, I know this motherfucker is terrified. In my head, I'm like, this guy knows that this next combo is gonna kill his fucking ass. So I did 5k, wait, jump, and I blocked the burst. And the punish was bad. I should have done, because he was high up, I should have done hold 6p into a really big bombo. It might not have killed, but I think I could have. I don't know what my meter situation was like at that time, but there was maybe a meter build route that I could have done to just dump as much damage as possible, maybe Guts Crush Bike and kill her. And I think that would have set the score at 2-1. But I didn't get the best combo, and I kind of just, like, spaghettied the rest and lost, but I was pretty happy with my play overall. It didn't look like a free match, and that's what I was happy with, all things considered. I think I could have at least gotten third. I don't know what I would have done against Phantom. It would have been really fun, though. But I do all that, and Woocash looks at me and says, I thought it was over. Like, he looked at me and just said, I thought I was gonna lose. And to me, that was, like, unbelievably flattering. And he said, he complimented me and said, you played really amazing. And he gave me a hug. And I'm like, thank you, buddy. He said a lot of nice things to me after that bracket. It made me feel really happy. So, if you're watching this, Woocash, thank you very much. Those kind words mean a lot. Especially for my first bracket ever. Which, I guess is amazing to some people that I did that well for my first time playing in tournament, but because I've played in online brackets a couple times, but this is my first time ever playing at a big offline major, so and I did not have X on my phone, and I was not looking at my phone at all during bracket. So I only caught up with all the people cheering me on later. So if you were one of them and you were like posting and stuff, thank you very much. I mean it with the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for the support and the kind words. I couldn't read them at the time because I was in the zone, but it means a lot to me. And that was where my tournament run ended. Fourth place at the... Honestly, I'm pretty sure it would not be an exaggeration to call this year's Frosties the most stacked plus R bracket in North America ever? Like, in terms of just the amount of good players, I'm pretty sure it was. Like, I'm almost certain. I was a little sad I didn't get to play with Deft in bracket either, because we were going to do the same thing I did with Noah. Because that entire bracket, Deft and I were cheering each other on. If you look at the post-match, like, pop-offs and stuff, for either of us in bracket, you'd usually see one of us there almost immediately after, because we were watching each other's tournament runs really intently and popping off. I was especially happy when he beat Elvin. With that really sick combo he improvised at the very end, I was so happy. He played really good. It was his first big major too, so I was really happy he kept it together under all that pressure for as long as he did. Because I know right after Def beat Elvin, he got off the stage and he had to like actually like get off his feet, he had to sit down because he was like mentally exhausted because that was a really, really close set. It was a nail biter, him versus Elvin. That motherfucker Elvin Shadow does not know how to lose. Especially not in loser's bracket, he will not. That's like the best way I can put it. Elvin Shadow? It's like damn near immortal in bracket, especially on like the loser's side. But that was where my run ended at 4th. I was pretty happy. I watched the rest of that top 8. I was so fucking happy that Jacob Pat won. Let me preface it. Jacob Pat and I met on Friday. He actually went out of his way to find me, which, thank you, Jacob. You're a sweetheart. Jacob Pat, we had talked before Frosties, and he was telling me about the Mario RPG remake, right? Because he's a big Mario RPG fan. He likes those old RPGs a lot. And we were talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, did you pre-order it? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, did you get those really cool, like, pins? Because when I got my pre-order of the game, it came with, like, a set of, like, really awesome pins. Like, he was like, oh yeah, man. Wait, you got pins? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I didn't get pins. I'm like, what? They didn't give you, like, your pre-order bonus? And so I told him, you know what, Jacob? Since there's, like, 7 of these pins, and I'm not going to use all of them, do you want me to bring you a pin? I can just pack it when I go to Frosty's and bring you a pin. He's like, yeah. I was like, which one do you want? They got and I listed all the pins out, and he's like, can I get the Bowser one? And I'm like, hell yeah. So I met him, and I was like, oh shit, are you gonna be here? Like, I have to go back up to my room really quick. So I went up to my room and I got my Bowser pin and I brought it down and I showed him, and his eyes like lit up. He was so happy I remembered. He was really, really happy I remembered to bring the pin in. Really, really, really happy. Really great guy. The entire time, Jacob Pat was telling me this was my tournament to win. He really, really wanted me to win. Sorry, buddy. Next year, maybe. But all things considered, he was very, very happy we got to double eliminate Kadako together. That was something he would always mention. He was like, I'm glad we got to tag team Kadako, and I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. You're my goat. Actually, I'll talk about that for the Sunday part of the recap. We'll get there. So glad he won, though. Quake got banned in my chat? What the hell? Anyways. What was I thinking? Give me a minute. It's coming back to me. It's coming back to my brain. Hold on. Let it cook. Right. I finished the top 8, and I'm like, yeah, I'm tired. I didn't play much after that night. Because I was just like, man, I am beat. I am fucking exhausted. I've been playing plus R. It wasn't that long, but it felt like hours. So I get my medal. I enjoy the crowd popping off when they announce my name in the medal handouts. And overall, best Frosty's weekend I've ever had. Best event I've ever been to. Just the best. Honestly. I could not have had a better Friday. So Saturday rolls around, and I'm like, man, what the fuck do I do for my weekend now? I don't even remember... Saturday morning, I went out for coffee. Tazrael and Jade and I went out for a coffee. Taz found a place. For the record, fucking incredible donut place. You should go there. I think it's called, like, the Chicago Donut Experiment. I'm not mistaken. I've never been to a donut shop like this before. What they do is they give you a paper, and you, like, customize a donut to order. And they just fucking make it. So, like, you can pick what you have drizzled on it, and there's a lot of options. They've got, like, lime, they've got, like, pecan and shit. I don't remember all of the choices. But, like, there's a lot. Listen, Jade, that is kinda lame. But the donut fucking slap. Like, honestly, and it wasn't the exact vibe that I was going for, but the food was incredible. The donut was better than I could have imagined. Because, like, 100%, when they say, like, made to order, they weren't lying. Because when I grabbed my donut, I felt like how fresh the caramel was because it had just been drizzled on. It dripped off onto my hands a bit, and oh man. Oh shit, it was fucking delicious. You know when you just know whatever you're about to take a bite of is gonna be incredible? Like, you just fucking know. That was how I felt with that, donut. And the caramel latte went hard too, that I got. For the record, too, the prices weren't bad. For, like, made-to-order donuts like that, it was not terrible. I think for like, a full coffee and, like, 3 custom donuts that had, like, a lot of toppings and stuff on it, it was, like, under 20 bucks. Or, like, barely over it. The pricing was, like, way better than the fucking hotel food. It's not bad at all. If you went there to get, like, a donut or two on your own without, like, any coffee, it'd probably only cost you, like, $5. Which wasn't bad. Could be jaded because I just had vacation money, but I don't know, it seemed pretty good. But we had that. I get home, and I think everybody else kind of goes out, and I'm in the room alone. I did some stuff for the day. I go back to the room, and this is where the famous toilet lore begins. Toilet lore, I hear you say. Yes! For the course of this weekend, the room 1041 toilet may have been the most cursed toilet at the venue. We're gonna start with what happened to me. I go to the bathroom. Wow, pretty uneventful. I flush. Immediately something's wrong. I look back at the toilet, and I realize the water isn't going down anymore. It's coming up. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's not good. Do you think it'll go down? And I'm staring at it. It's not going down. It continues to go up. I go, uh-oh. That's not good. It continues to rise. I see the pipe at the back of the toilet begin to start dripping. We have a problem. The toilet is flooding. So I'm in the group chat going, hey Jade. Jade. Can you come back? The toilet's flooding. And they're like, dude, call the help desk. I'm like, okay. I go to the phone. There's no help desk button. At this point, I'm sitting there with like 2 towels, trying to dry the floor from this fucking flooding toilet that just fucking blew up on me. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this is ass. What the hell? So I finally dry the floor out. I go down to the desk and go, hey, my toilet flooded. And the lady's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. We'll send somebody up there, like, right away. And I'm like, cool, great. So I think the engineer got up there at about, like, half an hour to an hour later. I think, don't worry, but we'll get there. That was the first toilet incident. You'd think, okay, they fixed the toilet, it's fine. And it was. And then Sunday night happened. And so for Sunday night, after the venue closes, people are like, where the fuck am I getting my games? And then as you can imagine, because plus our players are like cockroaches and like goblins, the games just shifted to other people's hotel rooms. And so Jade invited a pretty modest amount to ours. Because there was some, like, situations where there was just, like, upwards of, like, 20 to 30 people in one, like, little hotel room, and I couldn't handle that. Thank you, Jade, by the way, for only allowing a pretty reasonable amount of people into the room. Never got that crowded. I could still move around. It was never too busy. But we had a couple people in there. One of them was Isaac J. He's hanging out. Apparently, at some point in that evening, Isaac J pulls off a trick I didn't think he would, and expands the toilet lore by dropping the soap into the toilet. And then it got flush, which, naturally, clogged the toilet. So it might be the most cursed toilet in the venue. It's okay, Isaac, don't feel bad. But it does mean that you've contributed to the toilet lore. Yeah, it did not overflow. It was not like as bad. But it still made me think that's gotta be the most cursed toilet in the venue. Without question at this point. Oh god. Fucking crazy that happened. No, that toilet flooded because I didn't get top 8. Or top 3. The exact tweet I made was, man, if I made top 3, that toilet wouldn't have flooded. Well, it gave me power Friday. It did not give me power on Saturday, I'll tell you that. It actually took away my life force. Oh my god. Trying to find a true. I actually really expected to run into Isaac in bracket. But MKB was playing incredible at bracket. I was watching him play. I think both Isaac and I were watching him fight that Robo player. And MKB was just playing, like, super fucking good. Bracket was wholly stacked, though, to be, like, quite honest with you. I think he made top 48 at least, right, Isaac? I want to say you made it out of pools, right? Yeah, I figured. No, but you made it out of pools too, didn't you, Isaac? There's no way you drowned, right? Yeah. Okay. I was like, I could have sworn I saw you in top 48. Like, honestly, if you made it out of pools and plus R at Frosty's, consider yourself lucky you did something incredible, because a lot of people didn't. While I'm talking about Friday and Saturday, I want to talk about, like, some really underrated players that, like, just did incredibly well. One of them was Giga, the Jam player. Giga played phenomenally. He almost put Kadako and losers in his pool. Giga was so close. I think, he nearly did it. Hold on, I gotta get a fairy. Like, genuinely, I was so impressed with Giga's play. You beat Fu! I forgot. Yeah, you fucking beat Fu! It's not an easy opponent either. Giga versus Kadako was in pools. I think he was in Kadako's pool. It's in the winner's side of the pool, if I'm not mistaken. Because Giga would go on to get 9th. He got really close to top 8. The end of his run was death. He did not beat Kadako. But, like, Giga got really, really close. He played so fucking well, dude. Another player that did incredibly well was Nova, the Soul player, who you might know. Last year at Frosty's, he didn't make it out of pools. This year, he got 25th. Which is like, that's amazing. Because, you know, last year the bracket was not this stacked. So not only was it a harder bracket, he got a better result. But, like, this tournament was just, like, Omega fucked, yeah. I keep saying it, but, like, it was really messed up. It was, like, more ridiculous than I expected, and I thought it would be ridiculous going in. Because, like, I saw the list of names of people that were going and people that signed up. And I looked at, like, that, notable players in their pools list. And I just thought, like, holy crap. Look at all these, like, big hitters. Because there's a lot of them. But, like, wow, what a bracket. And now I don't have to think about it for another year, but... I ended really happy with my run. And everybody else was pretty happy with it too, so, you know, hey. What can I say? I'm glad that everybody thought it was really entertaining to watch. I'm glad to have inspired people. I'm really happy I got to play casual with people on the run-up to the bracket and after it. It has reignited my desire to compete, but we'll see if I enter by next year. I want to right now, though. In my head right now, I would love to enter again. But we'll see how I feel when the time comes. But overall, majorly awesome Frosties for those 2 days. Sunday was an interesting one. A lot of stuff happened on Sunday. I'm trying to remember all of it, and it kind of went in a blur. But the crew battle was hilarious. I got to play with Watches, because right after I finished my top 8, I ran into Watches, and she was like, hey, we need to get games in. We absolutely gotta play, and I was like, you know what, you're right. That happened on Sunday. What else? Ugh, I'm trying to remember, give me a minute. With the crew battle, I went out with Soup to get the pack of gum I told him I'd buy him. That happened at like 9 o'clock, by the way. Like, right before the venue, like, closed, we went out to get gum at the Target. Oh, right! Fucking Karnovs! I can't believe I forgot. I had Karnovs on Sunday! Polar Bear remembers. That was a really cool experience, to be able to, like, commentate, like, a big bracket. For Karnovs, it was a big turnout. We got 26 people in that bracket. I showed up at 12 to make sure commentary was still at 2, because we only streamed the top 4. But, I was there at 2 o'clock. The Karnovs bracket was really, really good. Really well run. Shouts to my goat Polar Bear. We did amazing. We got that awesome picture with Shib. I'm glad I got to meet Shib, by the way. He seemed pretty happy to meet me, too. It's not my first time meeting Polar Bear, funny enough. Which you'd think we'd have met by now, considering we're both in Ontario. Hi Noah. I talked about our tournament match a lot earlier. But long and short, I said that we planned everything about it beyond the result. Which is really fun. That was a great match. As far as I can tell, people liked that thing we did at the end, so... It was kind of cool, because we had played pretty decently long sets in the run-up to this, too. On and off, right? So it was a good it was a good accumulation of your knowledge from that. My knowledge of your knowledge. It was a really, really good, like, combination. It was really fun. But yeah, Polar Bear, it was my first time meeting him. And he was just like... Yeah, no, I did mention that I think you're the best active NA Venom. I'm almost certain it's true. And I don't know if Black Snake plays anymore. And I haven't seen Hirsch in a plus R bracket in a while. But you grind along, man. You hold it up. I think that's incredible. I'm really fucking happy you entered, by the way. What was your final placement, Noah? Was it... It was not 49th, was it? It couldn't have been, because we ran into each other. So I think you got like 33rd or 25th, right? 17th? That's amazing, dude. In a bracket this stacked, that's fucking incredible. Like, that's seriously amazing. Good fucking shit. I think if you had beaten me, you would have ran far too. I truly do think you would have done really well. Easily see you at 9th. Could easily see you at 9th place. At worst. Yeah, dude, you would have fucked Kadako up. I believe. I pounded my chest when I said that. You got his ass. Your swag is too different. I don't know if he's ready for the least afraid Venom player. I think the near concert was happening while we were playing in bracket. Oh, you got real fucking close, dude. Izzy would have been really competitive with you, I think. I think that would have been a really good set. If you don't know Al, that's my student. I definitely think you would have had a really good set with her. They were going with he, him on the commentary for Izzy because I'm pretty sure she registered. Because her mother was there because she's really young. Like, Izzy is like 17. And she's not like out. When I go she, her, it's because, you know. But yeah, that's my student. Also Caleb's student. Vulture trained her as well. Both of us gave her all the tips we could and all the advice we could. But I think you and her would have had a really great set, Elves. I think it would have been really awesome. That's what I fucked with the most, this Frosties. It felt like, the vibes were just amazing. It really felt like everybody wanted each other to play their absolute best. They didn't really care about the result. They just wanted, like, good fucking sets. It didn't feel really... It didn't feel like... I don't think it didn't feel competitive is the right way of putting it, but it felt like really uplifting competition. It felt like people wanted it to be, like, thrilling, you know? Exactly! It was just great. There was no fucking weird beef. There wasn't some stupid shit. Everybody was just fucking with the fact that we got to hang out and play Plus R. Because we're not a big community. Or at least we are a pretty big community, but, like, we're not that big. And so, like, as a result, it felt like we were all in the same area and, like, the same situation of just, like, yeah, exactly, Al. That's all it was. I'm really fucking glad you made it out, too. And, like, Elvin! Oh my, I'm so fucking happy for Elvin. He got to, like, really enjoy this event. Last year was so hard for him. So when I talked to him, I was super happy to hear that he was, like, super fucking happy and chilling and shit. You have no idea how happy I was to hear that when he told me that. I mean, the album was definitely drunk as fuck, but like... All I'm saying is... he was allowed to do that. And like, his son played Strive at the event! And it was sick! And he made top 8 in both games. Like, he felt like just great. He was over the moon, really. I was really glad to meet him. He seems like a cool guy. We actually got to like have a full conversation, which felt great. Wow, Hano. That's evil. But like, seeing his tweet after the event and him just confirming he had a fucking amazing time, that felt great to see. Like, I loved Frosty's last year. Like, I had a fucking great time. But like, this time, it just felt like it was even better and everybody else enjoyed it just as much, if not more. Oh, fucking Jade, the dice were incredible, by the way. The fact that Nova, when he went up to play his match with Kadako, rolled it in front of him and Kadako fucking loved it, was so great. I'm glad Kadako went home with that. The dice were so funny. Yeah, Noah, it felt like yeah, that was really what it was. It was great. It reminded me of the charity block I ran for, that one time where I got everybody together to run those, like, first to 10s. Felt like that, except, like, way better. And, like, everybody was just fucking hanging out. Oh, Barbar I felt so bad for. He almost made it out of pools. He was so close. So close. But, like, there was one key drop in that set with Tronzilla he was playing. And it cost him, but man, it fucking sucked. I wanted it so bad. Because, those who don't know, Barbar was grinding, like, hella hard before this bracket. Like super fucking hard. And, he just, he got so close, but he dropped one confirm at the end. And that was what nailed him, and I just felt so bad. He can flex any result. G-Viper is my goat, but that motherfucker has, like... Yeah, Noah, when you get fucking going, it's kind of scary. Like, I've seen you play with Wimble, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up when you start. I don't know what the fuck is in your water, bro. Oh, fuck with that. Oh, I'm glad that G-Viper played that match well, because that's a really tough matchup. Like, for those who don't know, like... Justice Bridget is very, very, very hard. For Justice. You have to make it count, because catching that character is so difficult. It's not dissimilar to Potemkin. I'm really glad that he managed to do that. He played really good. Yeah, we'll see how we'll see how I feel when when Frosty's next year rolls around, but tentatively right now, I'm definitely motivated to keep playing and enter again. We'll see what 2024 brings for T5, but all in all, I'm really happy with how I did, and I'm really happy with the bracket. Dude, I'd love to see Mahoko out. X-Phantom is incredible. Like, just like, as a human being, he's amazing. I'm really fucking glad I met him. He was rooting for me the whole time. It felt great. It's fucked up how kind he is. It's not that I expected him to be mean either. I didn't know what kind of a person he would be. But I was so pleasantly surprised. I am so glad that one of our best players is like that, you know? It's like, the fact that I could look at that grand final set and go like, either of these people are like perfect role models for the community makes me happy. That fills me with a joy that I can't describe. Like, everybody in that top 8, any combination of those two players in top 8 would be like perfect representations of this community and what like I stand for. And that's what made it so great. Hi Deft, how you doing, man? You missed the toilet lord. You want a recap? Yeah, Hano, that top 8 would have made you really happy. Okay, so the toilet lore deft is that I finished my tournament run at 4th, as you know, on Friday. You know, both of us were in top 8. We fucking popped off. We did it. Saturday morning rolls up. I have my breakfast. I'm doing stuff. I'm back in the hotel room again on my own. I go to the bathroom, and I flush the toilet. And I notice there's a problem. There's an issue. This is bad. I look back and I go, oh hey, the water's not going down. The water's coming up. And I'm thinking, well, that's not good. Hopefully it'll stop. And I'm looking at it, I'm staring. And it's not stopping. It's continuing to rise. And I'm thinking, well, that's not good. I hope the water stops doing that. It doesn't. I look down at the pipe under the toilet. It starts to leak. We have a problem. The water is overflowing. Eventually it stops, but I'm there like wiping up this water from the toilet that has just flooded into my room. But it did not leave the bathroom, thankfully. And I'm like DMing the group chat like, hey, my fucking toilet's flooding, help! And Jade is too busy out having pizza at the moment. But she is hearing about this in the car and going, oh god, the toilet is flooding. So eventually I dry it up pretty well. And I go down to the help desk and I go, hey, my toilet just flooded. And they're like, oh god, we'll send somebody up there. So they do. And you know, that's the end of the toilet lore, right? Surely there will be no more problems at the toilet in room 1041 over the weekend. Flash forward to Sunday, the venue closes, right? People we have like, everybody's crowding into the hotel to play Plus R late into the night. They're either in like a Strive suite, or they're somewhere else. Or in a hotel room. So we got some people into our room and we're all like playing Plus R in the setups. Isaac J goes into the bathroom. And I guess because we needed more he accidentally drops the soap. It slips out of his hand into the toilet. And then Jade ends up flushing it down the toilet. Thinking, well, this won't cause a problem. It does. The toilet is now clogged with soap. The hotel staff now had to... Monday morning, had to go up... The room 1041 toilet. Oh. And that's the toilet lore. Which I think is pretty goddamn funny, but... Oh, Def, did you have any of those other, like, fruits that you were gonna try while you were there? Did you have a mango? I completely fucking slipped my mind to get you a mango. I don't know if you had one yet. Yeah, you know, that's fair. I was pretty busy too. I think Hano is definitely like... He's a zoomer trapped in the year 2016. He just occasionally gets the current year right. Cause he's got like the skibbity toilet, but like it's every other time it's like these nuts. And I'm like, yeah, man, you got it. That's the real reason I want that cosplay. I want the people that are subscribed to that OnlyFans to get like the Cliff photo shoot and be like, what the fuck is this? What the hell, hot Cliff? That's the realest shit. I'm just saying. Listen, Cliff needs something. Oh. Oh. What the fuck else happened at Frosty's? Oh, did she DM you back, Hano? After that? If anyone asks, though, that is actually the reason I made top 4. It had nothing to do with pride. Oh no, I saw that! But like after Young Cliff, was that like the end of it? It has to be Young Cliff, it can't be Old Cliff. You can't, Hano, you can quote me and say that I would in fact say it should be Young Cliff too. Cause like, obviously Old Cliff is impossible. I don't think you can do that really. Young Cliff though would go hard. That's all I'm saying. Oh, cool bug. Oh, I'm gonna go insane. Oh god. Make it stop. Anyways, we got the ocarina now. But, yeah. All I'm saying, Hano, Just tell Shark Party that I do in fact also say Young Cliff. That's my stance on the matter. Being the person that made top 4 to get this to happen. My other favorite thing is that Hibachi, the person that runs like Saigados alongside, I think it's him and someone else. I believe it's somebody he knows. He also confirmed that he's gonna do Cliff merch next year, I think. Because I made a tweet that was like, hey, now that I made top 4, where's the Cliff merch? Oh, hi, Wukash! You were streaming? I didn't even know. What's up, buddy? How's your post-Frosties been? Pretty good, pretty good? I've been oh, fuck! Did you get the Rona? Is it the Rona or the flu? It's the flu? Oh, thank God. I managed to duck the sickness. I'm kind of nice with it, one could say. Oh, you watched, you did like a review of your run? I kind of want to do that too. I have some comments on our set. I think I played overall pretty well, but I made a few small errors, and I want to look over them. Explain what was going on. But like you, I'm generally really happy with my play over the weekend. I'm fucking flattered I made top 4 at a bracket that stacked, because that fucking tournament, dude, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, that fucking tournament was... That was like the most fucked bracket I think I've ever seen for this game. I don't think it's close either. The fact that I fought KB Nova at like the fucking beginning of top 48 felt like a shitpost. Like it was a murder pool, dude. That's what I'm saying, Noah. Like, the only reason, like, oh, it's just so fucked. It was such a wild tournament. You want to think you'll be ready for next year, but you have no clue? Just play. That's all I can tell you, dude. Just play. I think you just play lots and have fun. That's all I did. Khalib was telling me last night, actually, that, he drowned in Frosties, but he thought a lot about what I was saying when I was going into the bracket about, like, just playing good and having fun and not really worrying about the result. And then he, and then Khalib, like, went super hard last night, and he said that it was because of that, and he thanked me for that insight. Because he said that, like, he got in his own head at Frosties, and it fucked up his play, and I said, yeah, you just gotta roll with it, right? Don't even go in expecting a result, just go in and play. Do your best. Don't even care about it. The result is what happens at the end. You don't gotta think about it till it's over. Because if you keep thinking result, you're just gonna fuck yourself up and psych yourself out when things don't go perfect. And in a game like Plus R, you have to be ready for messy situations. They're just gonna happen. So if your brain's in a headspace where you're not ready for that, you're gonna eat shit and die. Every time. Because if you get in your own head, you're not gonna be ready for random shit. Exactly. And I told him, and he told me that, like, that mindset helped him play really good last night. And I was just really flattered. Can't wait to be rusty. Yeah. Okay, Wukash, you'll cook again if it's any indication. Good luck, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it the combo breaker due to money. But, if I can't make it, Wukash, you are obligated to cook for me. Let me know if oh, thank you. It's all good. I will, though. If it's, like, well within reach, but, like, I'm a little shy, I'll let you know. Because I would love to come down to Combo Breaker. It would be very fun. Oh, Stone! Monkey told me what you told him. On your way out of the venue. I don't know if, well, you punched his arm and said, work on neutral, stop grinding combos? I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're actually right. You're completely correct. Like, the matchups that seem to get Monkey, like, the most trouble are the ones where he can't Inkasu people easily, like Soul. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's why Stone grinded fucking neutral for so long. Because if you can't Inkasu them, you just play neutral better. It's an important skill. It's like one of Johnny's core strengths. I would argue. This is neutral game. Am I wrong? I don't think Johnny has bad neutral, right? I don't think that's true. Like, I'm fucking certain that Johnny's neutral is actually quite good, so if you have good neutral with Johnny, you will play pretty good. Also, Wukash, I heard that you wrote that the cause of your death will be Cliff. I'll be honest. Probably right. Cliff is fucked up, man. That's an evil character. Have a good night, Noah. Cliff is a really evil character. Turns out he's pretty good. Oh, I didn't talk about this, but like... Maybe I did, but I'm gonna mention it again. But like, being able to fight the person I taught Cliff to in top 8 in the mirror on the big stage was really great. Like, Hano, imagine if it was like you and me, right? It's the same kind of feeling, right? Where it's somebody you taught a lot to, and you get to see, like, the culmination of their efforts, right? Because that was Izzy. That was Izzy versus me. It's so great. Like, I fuck with that so hard. Beautiful fucking tournament. I definitely can't think of anything that could have been better about it. Beyond, like, the setups a little bit. And that's, like, a minor complaint, because they felt way better than last year. The audio was definitely troubling, though. I think the audio at the setups was maybe the worst thing about them. It wasn't, like, always bad either. It was pretty inconsistent, though, which is a problem in its own right. Some of them had, like, okay headsets, and others were just, like... It sounded like it was coming through, like, a fucking terrible radio. Which is, like, funny, because I put the... Right when I was gonna play MKB, I put, like, the headset on, and it sounded like complete shit, and I was like, oh god, I'm not gonna put that on. Never mind. Also, you all know how I have, like, the Gotchi mod, right? I think if I had met Elvin proper last year, I would have had the confidence to go up to this and say it to him. But when he was asking about the setups, there was like a huge temptation in my head for me to just like completely straight face, just be like, yeah, the only complaint I have with the setup is that I don't hear like gay man ass slaps when I hit people, so my big combos don't work as good. But I didn't want to say that to a guy I literally just met. Take care, Wukash. I don't know, Hano. I didn't notice much of a difference with the mod off for hit confirming. The block and hit sounds are already way different. Like that's always been a thing in fighting games, as far as audio goes. They always make sure they're different, because they want you to hit confirm it. Well, you were just joking, yeah. You hear it better because you didn't have sound before! You had your fucking sound effects, like, turned off. They were at, like, 4 volume. But I got to put the Gotchi mod back on now, which is great. With no music, that's fucking horrifying. That's like the serial killer audio setup. What kind of motherfucker's like, yeah, I want to hear jam and nothing else? Like, are you good? What happened to you? What do I need to know? And it's time for everybody's favorite Zelda item. Sad we never got to play a set offline, Isaac. That does fill me with, like, a deep regret. I've heard someone do no voices because he played Jam. Yeah, that's like any sane human. It's like most of Earth, right? But yeah, no, my Frosty's experience was just incredible. I had a fucking great time. What else happened? Oh yeah, Soup was doing like haircuts in our room. We had like a rolling chair in the room, so we actually managed to get one into the bathroom to cut Circuit Sturgeon's hair. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of sad it's over, but I think it's just because I miss everybody. Like, if I could have it my way, we'd all be like in like one like fucking mansion or something. But I guess part of what makes it so special is that it only happens once a year like that. Dude, Soup is fucking good at his job. Sure, one of these is walkable, right? Also, thank you, Isaac. You were really, really confident in my chances since the beginning. I know even back when our pools were starting, or like the night before, I was like, I don't know, man. And you were like, man, come on. And I really do appreciate the confidence. Happy I managed to live up. It's a pretty cool boss. Oh, dude, Gekio popcorn is so good. I had to get it like on the last day, though. Because the lines were just too fucking big. Honestly, I've only ever gotten the original flavor, but it tastes amazing. You know, I regret not buying a fucking big-ass bag. But... That's. Insane proof that T4 is real. Yeah, man, Popcorn Baron? Amazing. Frosty was also fucking amazing. What more could I say? Top 5 whenever I fucking oh, you're gonna make me blush. Actually, the smartest person who oracled my run. Hot cheddar instant regret. Was it bad or was it just too spicy? Popcorn was too good? Oh, yeah. Too spicy? Yeah, View got to learn that the hard way last year. Pro was in it deep. I do have that video, I think. It got moved onto my new phone. I need to upload it. In a way, it's blackmail, because it's the Mexican guy getting fucking spiced out. But, on the other hand, I have to believe you, that popcorn had to have been fucking crazy. Ain't no way it wasn't if it got you like that. That must have some kind of meaning, you know? Right, well, now it's time to go to the Ice Palace, which is everybody's favorite dungeon in this game. But first, I need the Bombos medallion, and to get that, we have to do a little bit of traveling. So Bombos actually is over here. I'm kind of a goob. There is a... There should be some kind of, It's really constant. Yeah, because you had, like, a bunch. You got, like, a handful. Well, Stone, you can't say they didn't promise you spicy. That's actually crazy that popcorn fucking outspiced fucking hot chicken. That is... To me, that is impressive. Like, in a way that I can't describe. How they got that shit into, like, a popcorn. Like, okay, Gekio, you got me. Soul players? I mean, I guess. To be fair, or do Axel players also play plus R Axel? I don't know. Character's way different. Oh my god. Oh yeah, my trip home was great. I was really excited to bring the signature book back home. I was really excited to do a lot of things. In particular, I am very happy my family was very invested in my performance, because when I got home, they were all like, oh, you gotta show me how you did. And so my family got to see Cliff for the first time, because they've never seen me, because, again, I didn't really compete before this. Oh, View, don't worry, it'll be great. But, yeah, this is like my family's first time seeing fucking Cliff Anderson. Which to me was quite amusing. Seeing the reactions to the character I'm using. Because Cliff is just like really funny to look at. Like, it's just like a funny character inherently. I think if there's any people that are a fan of their own character, I think Cliff players and Plus R have to take the cake. Like, I will not take other characters for an answer. I don't think you are defeating my passion for this character because, you know, there's a lot of reasons I say that, actually. I was gonna say there's not a lot, and then I realized, no, there is. Because, like, every result I've gotten with Cliff, everything I've found is a result of me loving the character. So, like... Cliff's gonna be a household name? Fuck, dude, I hope. Cliff getting more than a passion, like, more than a passing reference in a Strive character bio? It would go harder than you think. Or maybe as hard as you think, to be honest, I don't know. Also, with regards to Cliff players, I think every Cliff player that entered did better this year. Coming back from last year. With the exception of maybe Lim, I don't know how he did. But I know Gdom made it a lot further this time. Which I'm very proud of him. He's really, really committed to grinding out combos now. He beat Watches, Hano! Which... I have to see how that set went. It wasn't streamed. Like, so, in a way, I don't know if there's ever a way for me to see that. Because Watches is like an incredible player. Yeah, he did! Because it was between him and Watches, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fighting Watches next. And then fucking Gdom was like, no, it's T5, play another Cliff Mirror. And I was like, okay. Yeah, this tourney was like just... fucking ridiculous, to be honest. A word stone? That's how Cliff gets you. That's how it happens. Poor Watches. Oh, next year for sure. Next year for sure. He's such a cool person, though. Easily one of my favorite people that I met. He said a lot of really nice things to me, which made me feel really good. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like, this tournament was fucked up. Again, I'm with Wukash on this one in that, like, I don't think it'd be impossible for me to get top 8 at something like this, but I'm impressed I did, because it was just such a bloodbath. But if you asked me what my favorite part was, it was beating Kadako for sure. Knocking Kadako out before top 8 felt like the exact kind of heresy I wanted to commit. Like, that's the kind of upset I dreamed of doing. Oh, I also love the bit where everybody kept screaming stone whenever somebody, like, knocked at a door. That was fun. Here, Jade! We're all waiting for FGC Stone to show up. I mean, Stone, I said this lovingly, but you're kind of like the cool grandpa of Plus R. Even though you look like 28. It's really fucked up. I don't know how you do it. Hello, I'm just an influencer? Yeah, Stone, you have the gift of eternal youth, though. Oh, you're not gonna be saying that for long, Hano. Wait, how old are you, Isaac? Hit me with it. That's not bad. Oh, Krikan told me about, like, the funniest fucking DM he got from King Nothing during UMAD. Oh, this shit is so funny. He sent me an image of it. This is, like, my favorite thing. This fucking picture. Hold on. Fucking Krikan told me about this when we hung out on Saturday at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. That's what else I did on Saturday. Every time I see this shit, this was fucking Krikan. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's so fucking funny. Oh my god. Every time. Every time I see it, I laugh. They beat you up with words that scorch your soul. Okay, Hano, at the next major, the next major we're both at, we can do the alright grandpa, let's get you back to bed pose for a photo. That make you feel better? Get you like a fucking wheelchair? Discord pic from earlier today. Which one? The guy asking what's SB. Oh god. Oh, that had to have turned you into a fucking skeleton, right? Yes. Oh. I know what the fuck SBO is. Granted, I'm like 28. So I feel like at my age, it makes sense that I know. Like 28 isn't that old, I don't think. Oh, the fucking Lord Knight one where it's like I thought he was just a content creator. Oh, that one was so funny. Oh, that one killed me. Dude, I just thought he made videos. Oh my god. Every time. By fucking far, the funniest thing I've ever heard. Go down, it looks like. To basement floor. I mean, I think the new Lord Knight meme is the content creator meme. There ain't no way that's not gonna haunt that motherfucker now. Oh, man. Oh, some of the funniest shit. He does! But I think, like, a lot of people, like, flock to the more, like, conventional content, you know, like, the most broken moves in fighting games and stuff. Which, granted, I'm mad at that motherfucker for having Guilty Gear and not having Cliff 2D at all. Oh, shit. I've been talking about, like, the most fucked Guilty Gear buttons of all time and not Cliff 2D. There's no way you cannot not include Cliff 2D. That button is beyond the mortal plane, as far as I'm concerned. Let's go back. Get over here again. The way to go. I was up here. I'm forgetting if I need the fire rod for this boss. I hope the Bombos medallion works. Oh my god. I'm getting cooked right now. Pay no mind. You know what? I should @ Lord Knight on Twitter and be like, hey bro. You got like this series on broken moves. You should do one on Cliff 2D and I should just post a clip of it doing something fucked up. I need the backing of the people with me here. You all support me in this endeavor? Like, we're about it, right? Yeah, Plus R does have quite a few fucked up things. I mean, Bridget has a lot of fucked up normals too, I'll say it. That character might not be, like, broken, but they got some fucking moves. 2P? 6S? I mean, no, it did. Bridget 6S is a really good move. It's actually completely... You play Disney, right? You actually have a pretty good reason to be afraid of a lot of Bridget normals, because they're really good against Disney. Bridget Disney is actually, like, not a terrible match, from what I remember. For Bridget at all. Yeah, it's pretty interactive. Just because both characters can contest each other pretty well. Starship being a multi-hit DP makes Fish, like, not as cracked in a lot of situations. Like, it's still really good. There's a lot of nuances to that matchup that make it look pretty entertaining. Every time I've seen Bridget Disney, I think it's a pretty cool matchup. You play it a lot too, Isaac. You like that's a matchup I've seen you play quite a bit. I mean, Hotch JP, the thing that's fucked up about it to me is the fact that it's a 4-frame button. More than the hitbox. The hitbox is quite good, don't get me wrong, but the fact that it's such a fast button for what it does is pretty scary to me. So, Hosh.js I don't care about, because it whiffs on Crouching Cliff. So I never actually have to worry about it ever. The button literally does not work against Cliff at all. He can just crouch. So my life rocks. It's like the same kind of feeling I have when I learned that when I learned that Cliff could just crouch under Soul JH, my worldview, like, changed. I get over there now. Right? The Cliff is just kind of a villain character in some ways. He's got, like, very evil properties. Malicious intent character. It could be argued. Where do I go? Yeah, that was my Frosty's trip. It was incredible. I truly wish I could have talked to Kadako a bit more. But, you should try coming out to Frosty's next year, if you can. It comes highly recommended from me. I missed the dungeon item. I think I can damage this guy with this. That just popped it. Yeah, that's completely understandable. I didn't go until 2023 either. I didn't feel like super safe going out. And then some old guy named Hano Rod was like, "Hey man, I got a suite. You wanna come? You play Cliff. I love what you do with the character." And that's when I learned I was gay. I mean, yeah, it was a great process. You know what goes down in the Cliff Suite. Only the most real shit. Oh. Oh. Yeah, great Frosties. If next year is anything like this one, it'll be amazing. Yeah, Claire, it went really, really good. Also, nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Gotta get me out the slash bag? Oh, man. I'm just happy I did so good. Hi, Jidam! We talked about you earlier. Congratulations on your win over Watches, and you're pretty, you placed really far. I think you're 13th, right? Had to have been 13th. You were one spot above Noah. Thank you very much, Claris. I can't fucking believe it either. Sorry, Jidam. Cliff Mirror's kinda clown. You should know more than anybody. We used to play that mirror a lot together. It's clown. You will. You were pretty close. I was sweating. It's impressive how much better your neutrals gets every time we play. Then no combo, but the neutral's really good. I'm excited for your combo grinding arc. It actually fills me with joy. You have no idea. I want to see you fuck the world up, bro. Oh my god, so bad. It'll be so fucked up, I cannot wait. Yeah, it sounds like you were... Take care, Els. It sounds like with those Wukash sets you played, you were pretty much just combos away from beating them, which is... Also glad you finally understand what I mean when I tell you that matchup is not bad. You're just like, yeah man, I fucking get it now. You're just like me. It like just clicked one day and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I can fight Baiken now. Yeah, weirdly, neutral against Baiken is not that bad. It feels really bad if you like try to use the air buttons a lot. But if you stay grounded, it's actually quite good. You really only have to look for a couple of things. And taunt is really powerful in neutral against Baiken, which is great. You can set it up, and it covers a lot of the Tommy stuff. That's something else I didn't do when I played Wukash enough, is taunt. I always forget, and then I remember later. Its use in neutral is normally pretty good. Yeah, when you... Wait, is it recorded? Was that a streamed match? Because I mentioned wanting to see it. Because I'm really fucking curious how it went. Okay, you might have to send me those. I need to see that set. I was really impressed that you won that. Like, I'm really, really happy you played so well. Yeah, dude, you sounded surprised when you talked to me. You were like, T5, I beat Watches, and I'm like... I'm pretty sure I, like, made the pog face. I don't... under my mask. It was cool to run into you in bracket, right? Okay, what the fuck is the... Oh, wait, I think I know. What? You didn't think it was cool to play me in bracket? You don't like optimal combos? Come on, man. You think this shit's so cool. Oh, you're right. Dude, I'm thinking if we get Hano out next year and Izzy can do just as good, if we can somehow get the bracket to shake out right, what if we had 4? Oh, man. Dude, the takeover? Cliff being like the most represented character in top 8 feels like a net win for that character. In a way I can only describe as like magnificent. Did you see how Izzy was playing, by the way, G-Dom? I mean, she was playing really fucking good, right? She went so hard versus native. She fucking cooked, dude. It's really cool to see. Because native is really fucking strong. She did it. She did it. I was so proud. She made Caleb fucking cry. Just Vulture was literally crying. And you know, after his Friday morning, I'm really happy that happened for him. Yeah, she fucking passed the test of flying colors. It's the best way I can put it. She passed every reaction test. She played like every aspect of that matchup really, really, really fucking well. She didn't take like really stupid, dumb fucking risks. She didn't overextend into like horrible garbage and die. She just like played really, really patiently and really well. And that's all you gotta fucking do against Pot. But it's hard. It's hard to do that. I say that that's all you gotta do, but it's not like it's easy. But you have to. That character makes a meal out of your fucking mistakes. But if you don't make them like that, it becomes more like conceivable. I think I need the bomb boss, or is it ether? I think that's ether. Bullied native into grinding with me. How's that project going, Jidom? Native's really good. If you're looking for like a really good practice partner, he's a great choice. You know what's fucking wild? I thought native would be on hitbox. I don't know how that motherfucker does everything he does on a stick. That was the reason I didn't know it was him until somebody told me. I was like, oh, it's just some like randomly cracked pot player. And then it was like, oh wait, no, yeah, that's native. And I'm like, he's on fucking stick? That exploded my brain. I can't even lie about that. I'm not alone on that one, right? Like, the fact that native is on stick is like fucked up, right? He does like 6k hammerfall FRC, perfectly on stick. And I'm like, how? How are you him? Where the fuck was I going? Right, I gotta get the, yeah. Like, you understand what I mean when I say that, right? Like, those combos are just like... They're not easy. Oh, what a raid! Wait! Wait a fucking minute! You didn't see me make top 8?! Oh god, brother. You were there! I made top fucking 4! Oh shit. I literally got 4th. Oh, I didn't know you were there, but thank you. Yeah, I beat Kadako. I'm kind of shocked you didn't see me beat Kadako, last year's winner. In Luther's bracket. I cooked like crazy. I think that was the best tournament run I've ever had. In anything. Like, this is me including, like, an online bracket. For comparison's sake. It was also my first offline major. Wait, you recognized Izzy? That's crazy. Wait. Oh, your name's familiar. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Wait. Where the hell am I going? Oh, right, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, yeah. Gotta find a Dark World teleporter. Castleette? Okay, this'll do. You know, I guess I should have, like, updated my Twitter thing, though, to say, like, @Frosties, huh? Yeah, Cheeto, I mean, it's not too bad. It's honestly pretty good. You made it farther than you did last year anyways, didn't you? Did you not? Like, frankly, I think, like, outperforming how you did last year in a much harder bracket, on its own, is an accomplishment. Like, the Cliffs in general did way better this year, which... Like, the Cliff players, we fucking came out, dude. Now, Vulture, I'm pretty sure... How did you do last year? Was it the same? That's not it. It is kind of funny how it always comes back to the May matchup, huh? Don't worry, though. When we grind it out together, I won't yell, jump, stop jumping in your ear this time. Okay, Caleb. I mean, you're playing Justice now. You don't have to grind shit. That matchup's nice. If you want a tip, Caleb, just 6-6. Which I know sounds really reductive, but unless May does jump slash, 6-6 goes under like every jump in she had. You saw me do it versus Kadako a lot, I'm assuming. Very good. Hold 6P is good too. Really, you have a lot of choices. 5H is amazing versus May as well. But over-relying on it is bad. I'm glad you're seeing the light. You don't have to, like, stop doing what you do. You just gotta, like... You gotta, like, stop and, like, gauge it better, you know? Like, I think the way you play is not unfit, but you've got to refine it a bit more, and you gotta pick your spots a little better. You don't have to, like, play like me. You just gotta, like, figure stuff out. Proof that the way you want to play works is in the fact that Izzy made topic. You even said that, and I agree. Learning Justice will definitely teach you to slow it down, because you have to with that character. I'm actually really curious, Keaton, why do you play Cliff? Like, what made you pick up Cliff, anywho? The real answer is really stupid? Well, come on. Let me hear it, bro. Good thing I have the hook shot, huh? I thought that 6H was dope. It is! The fact that you... Listen, to me, the fact that you can combo into like a 70 frame overhead... Well, no, Vulture, the reason you picked up Cliff was me. Which... You know, I think that's cool as fuck. You saw me like poop on Jack and you're like, I want to do that. No, it was like this weird ass combo, wasn't it? I don't think it involved a 6H. I think it was one of the corner carry route. It ended in like a Guts Crush. Yeah, so now you're ready to grind the part that you don't want to grind. You need to. Well, see, it's not even just the combos, it's like the awareness of the conversion situations, which is where you're gonna find most of the difficulty actually shows up in. Which is like recognizing the situation where the combo actually works. But you'll get there too. It's not that bad, honestly. It's a little bit of work, but... But I believe in you. You are still in my head the guy that beat Kidako with literally Fire Slash and 2H. At least once. Maybe not in the suite later, but it happened at all. And to me, that's enough. You're like... Yeah. But I'm still proud of your progress as a player. Like... Me saying this is like completely independent of that. You've come a long way. I'm very happy for you. I'm glad you played so well at Frosty's. I'm glad it sounds like you had a great time. I'm excited to see where you go. But I'm like high-key excited for the future of Cliff, so... What can I say? How can I not be excited about the future of Cliff after that performance, right? After I did all that... Yeah, this dungeon is fucking huge, by the way. That's something I remember about this Misery Mire area. It's big. There's actually a lot of rooms that don't matter. So sick, Isaac. I want you to show me when we play next. Yeah, I mean, the cliff matchup, I don't know what we can really do about that. You just have to gap harder. Which is, I hate saying that. It's tough, it really is. Not what I would call unwinnable by any means. Ah, that's smart. I like that. Does it launch a little higher? Just enough for a better combo, I presume, right? Or combo at all, right? Onto the big key. Y'all. Did they give you a good answer? New characters, are they ultralights or are they like... I would assume you'd have to get them launched high enough, right? It would have to be light characters, wouldn't it? Oh, because of her fucking glitchy bounce, right? Oh, fuck, that's cool. No, but I imagine Abba, because she's heavy, but despite that, she has like that really glitchy ground bounce. Like you get weird exclusive combos. That's sick. Oh, cool. Don't be surprised if I complete this dungeon with like some leftover keys. Cliff is on the list. Yeah, so if you can get me to block long enough. Because he's ultra light, I figured it would work. It would have to, because he's launched. That makes perfect sense to me. Oh Christ, do I need the fire rod for this? Oh, I might. How's the fire rod? Eno. Interesting. Oh wait. Oh shit, hold on. Oh fuck. Damn, that sucks, dude. That's still pretty good for what it is though, right? Like, as far as I'm concerned... At least for the cliff matchup, it's fucking something, right? Like, using Killing Machine as like a primary tool, I do think is like a big part of that character's future. I think that's like one of the best moves she has. Like, I really do mean that shit. But I do think how meter hungry she is to move around makes it hard. But doable, just difficult. You've really got to budget your meter well. Like, I think that's going to end up being the big difference for Bridget in the long term. It's just like how good you are at that meter economy that she has. Jagged Roger is a good force break, but you've got to be really careful with it because, like, your meter is so fucking important. Hold on. Where is the room with the crumbling floor? I don't remember. Oh yeah, like chip out? Yeah. I think it's a godlike force break, it's just... Because your best game situations are tied to meter, you don't get to flex with it as much as you'd like, right? Definitely a godlike move, though. Nice. I didn't fucking get the compass at all. Have I been down to the basement yet? Alright, Isaac, I need a confession. Have you played this game before? I know you're Link Dude, but I don't know if you're like this Link Dude. I don't know if you're Link to the Past, dude. I get over there. Is there a way through another door? Ah, yeah, there might be. Beat Link to the Past several times. It's where I started. Oh, thank God. You are that kind of Link, dude. Oh, this is an easy puzzle. What the hell? I'm assuming it's, That's helpful. Oh, okay. What? He's over there? It was really great to meet you, though. What if how would you feel if I told you you were somehow not the only person that gave me a cliff card? I got more XX cliff cards. And then somebody passed me a fucking GGX cliff card when I beat Kidako. Which is maybe the funniest way to get that. Like somebody just straight up just like walked by me and handed it to me. Right as I was like walking off when I beat Kidako. It was pretty funny. Oh, I fucked up. What the hell? Bridget cards? Oh, that's fucking based. Fucking how? Is there like a hole in here or something? Oh! Oh, the middle door, I think. Oh, something's over here? Oh, I understand. I have to go down. Kind of a goob, I never went this way. Oh yeah. Yeah, what a fucking great tournament, what a great time. Yeah, Hano, we can do it together. If we run into each other in bracket, that'll be really funny. Are you gonna do what Izzy and I did? Where neither of us use the headset, so we just leave it off so we can laugh at the mirror? We definitely did that. Yes. It is. Whatever move you're talking about, it is. It's always 2D, bro. Forever and always. So I was saying, I gotta DM like Lord Knight or something and be like, hey man, you have like this video series on like the most broken moves? Let me tell you about Cliff 2D. Which might be the best sweep I've ever seen. Which is something I wish was like an exaggeration, but it's really not. He's just endlessly spawning slimes on the ceiling. But I remember something. Supposed to give me magic. Here we go, boss time. Ow. Hi emoji. No, I'm dead. Just kidding. What? Oh, the slime hurt me. Yes. Die! We did it! Ugh. Alright. Not bad, right? I'm gonna go get one more upgrade, and then maybe I'll stop for the night. Ding! I'm gonna go back to our house. Hey Andrew, how you doing? Thank you for the ride around Chicago, by the way. That was a lot of fun. Oh, I didn't fucking talk about that. I guess I didn't consider that part of the Frosties weekend because it kind of happened on Monday. But we got to go to downtown Chicago, which is pretty cool. I'm surprised at how walkable it was. Okay. What? Oh, I pressed the A button, didn't I? I have to walk around with this fucking bomb. I can't use the Pegasus boots. Can't jump off ledges either, are you serious? Oh. Okay, so I gotta find the pyramid. Alright, well that's easy enough. You had an amazing trip, overall. Anyways, those who have seen me come to this pyramid area, you may have noticed there's this big cracked wall. There we go. First of all, we need this for the silver arrows. Hey, Big Fairy. The silver arrows are really powerful, by the way. Not all we can do, though. That's right! The golden sword! Oh, hell yeah! The sword beams aren't quite as powerful, but this kills most enemies pretty quickly. Anyways, I'm just wrapping up. Sorry, Andrew. I've been going for a while, but you'll have to check out the VOD. It's been quite the night. Maybe on a different day, like tomorrow or something, when I stream, I'll go over my Frosties matches live. But I just wanted to recap the trip and talk about how fun it was. That was amazing. I'm so happy I went. Somebody, what the fuck was that? My phone. My phone went off. Oh, bedtime reminder. Yeah, sure. All right. Well, in the meantime, I gotta send you to a stream. Let's go raid Kyan. Uh, Tell them XR is cool, but it needs Cliff. Have a good night, everybody.